Donkey Kong Bananza conveniently has an assist mode where if you are stuck, the game will guide you to where you need to go to beat the game. But what if you use this mode for the entire game, strictly following it only to go where Nintendo wants you? Well, now that I've beaten the game once, I kind of want to find out how long this would take. So this is Donkey Kong Bananza exactly as Nintendo intended. Before getting started, I have to set the ground rules. The musical notes will guide me to most places I need to go, and I have to follow their guide as closely as possible. Anything in the path I am allowed to break and destroy, but if I have to go an unreasonable distance beyond, then those items are off limits. And while on this path, if anyone has a prompt asking me to speak to them, then I have to take the time to hear what they have to say. When I get enough bananas to upgrade a skill point, I must upgrade the skill starred by the game, as that is what Nintendo wants me to upgrade. Also, I am not allowed to use an action unless a prompt has guided me to use it, but once I am taught said action, it can be used at will, including all the bonanzas learned later on. And lastly, all cutscenes must be watched all the way through. In 3, 2, 1, go. I can only hit Y when they tell me to punch them. At least for the first one. The rest of them are fine. After learning the punch action, I got my first banana, then spoke to a monkey who guided me to a second banana and towards a new action. Now we need to talk to this guy first. I know you go down, but he needs to tell me to go down. Following his guidance, I punched down to get to a spot where I learned the dive punch. There was no prompts there, so I could just punch away. Now I can hand slap. I could not hand slap before that. Again, if it's in the way, I'm allowed to hit it, such as a checkpoint. Again, if the monster's in my way, I have been taught to punch. I can punch. I need to talk to this guy. I have to talk to this guy. Do I need to get rid of these things? Well, now look at him. God, he is just thrilled, isn't he? And now we can talk to him. After this quick conversation, I ran up the gold tunnel to break a banana and watch a cutscene that lasted 2 minutes and 21 seconds, where afterwards I learned to punch upwards. I could then continue along the path until I reached the Ingot Isle Cave-In. Now I can tear off and swing, just following the rules as given to me. Now, I don't know what to do with this rock, though. I'm going to talk to this guy holding a rock, I guess. I haven't been told how to get rid of said rock, so I'm just going to keep holding the rock. Now I can hand slap. See, when it told me to hand slap, I dropped the rock. Finally, with the rock dropped, I could follow the game to beat the hell out of these things and join forces with the purple rock. A scene that took 1 minute and 21 seconds. Following the path back led to breaking the void and using the barrel cannon to continue up. Now, defeating enemies, for the most part, will be a waste of time. But you know what won't be a waste of time is talking to all these monkeys. I'm trying to follow the musical notes as strictly as possible. See, it just tells me to go straight up, so I'm just gonna go straight up. It didn't tell me to go left or right or any other direction. It just said up. There aren't really any rules for fights, so I made quick work of this guy. 16 minutes in, and we are on to the next floor. And we get the title screen. All right, now because the banana's in the way, I am allowed to get said banana. Now, skill points, first one. But where the little star is, I have to do what is recommended to me. So that is what I'm getting. An extra heart. It's not giving me an option to leave, so I'm just going to keep hitting A. And I'm going to go through every prompt. Well, now I'm off. Okay, I didn't go through every prompt. Once my eavesdropping was done, I learned the aim and throw action and used that to break some walls to directly follow the path. I then beat the mini-boss to head to the next sub-level. After grabbing some more bananas, I was instructed to follow their guide to break 3 concrete pillars, starting with the closest one on the right. But once there, I learned that the path only guided me directly to the pillar, and I had to use my own intuition to grab the exploding rock nearby to have the chance to continue forward. Now, what does this guy have to say? We're going right over there. Sharp 90-degree turn. How did he get the word that I'm the one busting around these concrete pillars? The word travels fast in this world. Now, on the way to the next pillar, I learned how to, as this guy nearby says, grab hold of the mesh to cross the Orangahang Highway. The banana? Well, now it's a little harder. I'm within the bounds of my path to get the banana. I won't let you question that banana. It was within 1 standard deviation of the width of DK and is allowed. Following the path above led to another small impasse. Is there a way to sneak through here? Nope. No, there's not. Okay. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's more. Okay. I didn't see that. I'll launch it from here. And now I'm good. Now, I can follow my path. Getting past this led to another triple stack of bananas and a skill point. See the star? I need 2 points. I have to get this. So we're moving on. We're not getting anything until I get those 2 skill points to get that upgrade. Destroying the next pillar rose the bridge towards the Elder Kong, whereafter I was tasked with bringing the ancient record back. The musical path led me towards the record, but I had to venture off to destroy the concrete pillar and open the path, letting me bring the record to the Elder Kong. The purple rock became Pauline and I acquired the Kong Bananza. Now this is a reminder that all Bonanzas are allowed to be used at any time since the moves for them have been taught to me in the dreamlike sequence showcasing how they work. Going through and under the shipping containers led to more bananas and another skill point, where I upgraded the punch power and went towards the boss fight. Now the nice thing about assist mode is that it doesn't really assist you at all in the boss fights, so I can use whatever skills I've acquired up to this point to defeat this boss and move to the next layer, but not before I have a conversation with Grumpy Kong. That's your best work? I feel like he can do better than that. 43 minutes into assist mode and we are on to the Hilltop layer. Thank God these big 5 bananas are on the way. The bonanzas will last longer now, thanks to the recommendation from this game. Oh, I can roll forward now. Folks, I can officially roll forward. After a few conversations, I learned the turf surf and followed the provided path to learn another skill. What does this guy have to say? How to do a chunk jump? No. If you press A to jump. Beautiful. From here, I continued up to destroy the void. That banana's there. I need to talk to him, but they want me to go down. But I have to talk to him. So I'm going to argue that I can talk to this guy because it is required, but I don't think I can get this banana. Okay, let me break this down for you. The path only wants me to go down, but I could leave the path to have this conversation since it was suggested by the game. However, the banana is just there with no guidance to capture it, and since it isn't on the path, then it must be ignored. Honestly, this is a very small predicament compared to what comes next. I don't have the money. Oh my God, I'm poor. This is an unprecedented situation. I was not intended to be poor here, was I? We're in like free-for-all mode. I need money. I see money right in front of me. I'm going to take the money. Since I was low on cash, I think it's fair that free-for-all mode is opened up to gather the money required to open the next layer. There was a short path to follow, then I was onto the canyon layer. Enemies I'm largely going to avoid. I do not know how I just got a fossil. I think the enemy just destroyed one for me.
Here's a banana.
I think that's out of the way. My path is taking me this way, but I do need to talk to this guy. It's definitely just like whatever I'm deciding in the moment is allowed and not allowed. And my decision is fortunately final.
Let's follow this purple stuff.
Good call. Good call though, Pauline. My intended path and where this banana was, it was in the way. I had to come here. I'm allowed to get this banana. I had to go over there to break the void thing, and on the way back, there happens to be a banana. It's clear. If you don't like me getting that banana, then that's just something you'll have to deal with on your own time. Following the path into the Banandium refinery was straightforward, leading to the Grumpy Kong fight. Again, since no specific guidance is given on boss fights, it's a no-holds-barred situation, and I can do what I want to defeat Grumpy Kong. What's he got to say? I did beat you fair and square. Or is like the Kong thing, could you argue that is like performance-enhancing drugs? Because if that's your argument, then I don't think this is fair and square. I think that was pretty one-sided. But you also, Grumpy Kong got to make a whole, machine thing to fight with, which seems like cheating. So therefore, I think my PEDs are perfectly fine. Apologies for my quick PED internal dialogue. The path got a little tricky as I had to use the chunk jump I learned earlier to hop over the lasers. But then it really simplified as most of this sublayer is spent on a minecart where it is impossible to go anywhere but the intended path. I hit the void again and remembered Pauline's guidance to follow the purple stuff, which after destroying led to the Mad Mixer fight. Again, couldn't really mess this one up and I defeated him, getting more bananas and earning a skill point to have better sonar. Wants me to go through, so I'll go through. Again, just wants me to go through. I'm just gonna go through. Oh, I got one. That was an accident. It was allowed though. It wanted me to go through. I went through. Perfect. Literally can't do it much better than that. The Stompin' Clomper. Of course. Well, that was difficult. The Stomping Clomper went down and I could move on to the Divide. Okay, I am going to drum beat faster now. Okay, now it just goes off either direction. It is up to me. I'm going to go left.
Hey, I wanted to go this way too.
Oh, did you? That's awfully convenient. Right through the banana. Now, what's our next one? The jump shot. Oh, so when I do that, it's going to fire the chunk straight down. Nice. I followed the path to turf surf through the snow and punch through enemies to clear the lava until I had a conversation with this zebra about the cooling tower. They say baddies took over the cooling tower? Good evening to you, zebra. I would like to know more about these baddies. The game guided me to tear off and throw a rock at the big icicles, eventually leading to a banana. I don't know how this is the camera angle we got, but it's the one we got. Oh, the charge punch is now strong. Oh, God, I can't speak anymore. How is there so much heat and so much cold next to each other? Someone describe that to me. Where's Neil deGrasse Tyson when you need him? Intuition is telling me cold equals ground. Intuition takes over the day. I met with the elder zebra who tasked me with bringing back the pieces of the ancient record. For each piece, I had to talk to a nearby zebra, get the location of the record, then follow the guided path as much as I could. But once each piece was in hand... You're joking me. You're joking me. There was no guide back, so I just did what I had to do to return to the elder zebra and get the zebra bonanza. Watch this. Oh, what a show. What do you have to say? I'm currently a zebra. I clearly didn't come close to losing to Poppy Kong, and afterwards she let me head down to one of my bigger challenges yet. Following the exact intended path while guiding the ice cubes down was about as hard as it looks. Here we go. Here's the path. You see it? I'm gonna try to follow this. It's not easy, but I think I'm doing an okay job. We gotta go down. Down a little more. Down a little bit more. A tad, now that's maybe too far down, but I'm in. Go, children, cool off this tower. I feel like I can just go through now, can't I? No, I can't. That was nonsense that just happened. I'm through, though. Okay, it wants me to come up here to pull this because the thing came up. Pulled, and now it wants me to go back down. These things are flying down here. Now, this big ball of fire is one of the few bosses that kinda has its own intended way to beat it, which is to throw the ice at it, then use the zebra to run up the ice and beat it up. Oh, banana. But I have to get the punch power next, so we wait. Once at the middle of the junction, I figured out I had to go back up to take the other path I skipped at the divide. Go. That was quite the punch. I don't know how I got that many hits off in that short amount of time.
A village! Let's make some friends.
Well, I'm not here for friends. I'm here strictly for business. The intended path eventually had me continuing straight with no way through, so I had to find my own way across. I know just the way. See? I just gotta... I apparently accidentally threw that, so that's my bad. Ooh! Looking like Luke Littler out there. Threw him. Okay. I don't think I need to destroy that. I can just go. Unfortunately, this banana was just out of reach of the intended path, but I got to go on to the Elder Ostrich. The ancient record pieces here are the same concept as before, but I had to use my gaming instincts a bit to get the first piece, then follow Pauline's advice from before and follow the purple stuff to eventually get the second piece and acquire the Ostrich Bonanza. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but earlier the game wanted me to upgrade the punch power, but something changed once I got the Ostrich Bonanza. I'm pretty sure that my punch power was requested. But now that I have the ostrich, it wants me to actually get health. And now it wants me to get the punch power next time. I'm just doing what the game is telling me. Okay, it wants me to go up there. I simply can't take that path, but I can take this one. No, I can't. Okay, follow the purple. That was a mess. Don't do that again. While following the guided path, removing the poison, I finally came to a realization about how assist mode works. Does assist mode heal me over time? I swear I didn't get any health, and my health is going up. So I was right. 2 hours and 15 minutes in, I learned that assist mode heals you. But once I got through all the thorny vines I faced off against, and bear with me on this, Abracadabra. This is another boss fight that really only has a few ways to win, all resulting in finding your way across the narrow paths to beat the shit out of this thing. And once done, I could move on to the junction. 2 hours and 21 minutes into this intended run. I don't think I'm intended to talk to this exclamation point from down here, but, you know, the conversation's happening. After a 45-second cutscene, I had to go back to chase the Void Kong in the layers above. Try. Just right through him. This boy will not be stopped. The Void Kong nor Donkey Kong. That was not good. This is not good. Low on health. Super low. I need the assist mode to just heal me up. Just bump it up. Bump up my health. See, that's tough. Because it wants me to go like that. Which I kind of did. Oh, just get smacked. 2.5 hours in, and the Void Kong has been beaten for the first time. This is not like the Stations of the Cross, though. He is not Jesus. Is there like a God of Jesus in this game? And is it just bananas? Better collecting. All right, and then we're gonna surf. Now at the resort layer, using the glowing sharks to strictly follow the path was not so easy. Fortunately, my route takes me this way. My path, it does take me this way. I guess I could have followed that. That was pretty dead on. Just tear off a chunk of liftoff ore, and you'll blast off. Noted. Thank you for that. Found out. Oh, yep. That's how it's done. That's not the direction I need to go. But what if I do this? And then that. Oh, what a save. Oh, how delightful is that? I know it wasn't exactly on the path intended, but it was close. I'm giving myself the pass there. Oh, we're walking. I need to go that way. The path provided to me is intended. I think the coins are telling me to go up. It's telling me to dive. Folks, I'll see you next Christmas. Right here. That's the intended path. Let's just smash him from the top. The melon exploded and opened the path down to the tempest layer. My next one is this. Oh, it's no longer the surf. They changed it. I will jump across if I have to. I had a massive internal dialogue of whether or not I was allowed to throw rocks at the floating platforms, which I ultimately decided is yes, it's fine, since I've been taught how to throw rocks already. But early on, I wasn't sure and tried to avoid it. Oh, I had that. That was a snipe. Come on. Keep fighting. Or just spit out what you ate. Finish your food, kids. Oh, what are we getting this time? Oh, we are getting Bananergy. Bananergy. Thankfully, this elephant helped me learn how to avoid the fiery rain and use sturdy chunks of rock to cross the zip lines, leading to the first record piece. There was no real guidance here from assist mode, so I took my own path to find the elephant showing me the location of the second piece, then did what I had to do to retrieve it, unlocking the elephant bonanza. I would be shocked too. You're looking at another elephant. Using the elephant let me get the key to continue down and fight the Blusterwing again. Except now I can just shit out chunks of shit out of my ass. With the big dumper ability, this fight was a breeze. And with lava covering the intended path in the next area, the elephant came in clutch to clear the way and keep me on the intended path.
Hey, a banana!
Where? See, that banana's too far out of the way for me. Elephant flight. What a dream come true that is. Elephant skills are not available. They want me to get melon juice. Oh, I got a fossil. Nice. I didn't even throw it that way. Okay, I need to do this, which means our favorite game. Follow the purple.
I knew you could do it, DK!
I knew it too. I used the, and I quote, chunk from your trunk to lift off, where I dove down to finally fight and defeat the Blusterwing. Donkey Kong is officially tougher than a tornado. Where afterwards, I dove into the landfill layer. More melon juice it is. And I want more health next time. Now this is an important layer to note because the eels will eat open a path for us. However, the musical notes want us to go a different direction. My goal has always been to follow the notes, and that is not changing here. The thing is, from right here, it just wants down. And it gets down. I did not mean to do that. And now it wants to cross until here. which it wants down. Then it wants across and in for that. I will be careful, thank you. At the bottom of the landfill was the repeat bruiser, who had to be defeated once again. What a vastly annoying fight. This opened up our path to the racing layer, which was probably the easiest one to follow for assist mode. After a 53-second conversation with Diddy and Dixie Kong, all I had to do was defeat them in a race, where assist mode provided no guidance. Once this was done and the void was removed from the top of the trophy, I could jump down to the Radiance layer. Lure the scorpion into the light. Come on, buddy. Idiot, you fool.
The light made it weak.
Defeating that scorpion was necessary to have this conversation with the nearby snake. And after defeating this big boy, I got the key to open the floor below. See, it changed. So now it wants me to do the punch. Well, I can't get it anyways, but it changed to the punch, the skill. I then spoke to the elder snake to start the quest of finding the 4 record pieces. It's so very dark. Can't be that dark. It's fairly dark. I'll give you that. It wants me to go right through. That's not a good idea. I'm just gonna intend to go around. I think this is fine. This is clean. I can't just jump through the lava. Now, I certainly can't just follow... Oh, I can. Oh my god, I can. Just follow the light. For the last piece, I was told by the snake it would be best to grab a scorpion chunk, but I had a brain fart and forgot how to do this. So instead, I massacred the nearby scorpion population, had to Google what to do here, then returned to properly grab a scorpion and use it to get the final record piece and get the Snake Bonanza. The full Snake Bonanza cutscene and required trials and conversations took 1 minute and 56 seconds. Then I followed the light to the path above and get to the next sublayer. It doesn't say to hit that. I am allowed to. It doesn't technically say to. So I'm just going to go down and see what happens. Now, I just want to get out in front of this. I did my best getting through the tower with flaming barrels, but it wasn't without a few mistakes. I disagree with both of those. I'll take it. You know what? Sometimes you just take it. Beautiful. Flip it. Flip it. Thank you. That is out of the way. That is certainly out of the way. The final Poppy Kong fight was flawless, and I continued even further down in this layer. Right through you, brother. Oh, it wants me to go down. That is not an option, but it can be an option. It can be an option. Now we gotta hit a switch, right? That was close anyways. You gotta go into the box. That one was an accident. It doesn't... I'm making an argument for myself. It doesn't tell you how to get in there. It just says to get in here. Well, I'm in. After upgrading my punch power, I kept going down to face off against Grumpy Kong, and defeating him led to the giant eel cutscene, which took 1 minute and 51 seconds. Hell, the Radiance later on its own took 34 minutes and 52 seconds. That was a perfect clean destruction of jail cell. It wanted me to go through. That's what it gets. Now, fixing the 3 music sources while following the path was honestly a breeze, but coming back, I had to deviate from the guided path to follow the arrows, eventually restoring the disco. The beat is back. Bitches. I then summoned the Harmonial and saved Pauline on my way down to the feast layer. Once at the plaza, there were 5 burger switches to hit, where strictly following the musical path wasn't exactly right because a smaller light path showed the way to each burger switch. Can I just sit down and be honest with you? This just isn't the most entertaining layer that I've ever had to edit from an assist mode point of view. I mean, I followed the mini light paths to hit the 5 switches, so task complete, but I feel like we can skip over this a bit. I mean, we are already 24 minutes in, and I feel like we've built some trust on my capabilities of following the path. Do you want to watch me go around the fryer for 3 minutes and 9 seconds? I'll give the Mad Mixer a shout out. That was a good time, even though it wasn't the hardest thing to do in the world. Also, I upgraded my health to level 3 in the middle of this. And at the end, I got the burger belt, but this time I had to follow the eel's path through the burger to reach the top. That is an insane save. That was not intended. I don't even know how to react to that. I'm just going to get back to where I was, which is right here. I took the ride up to the top to destroy the void, and once below, I spoke to this friendly rock to tell me about the salt under the floor to let me continue forward. All of this led to the muckety-muck fight, and after a bombardment of salt, I was done with the feast layer in 29 minutes and 32 seconds. Nearly 5 hours in, and I had now reached the forbidden layer just as Nintendo had intended. Again, I'm getting ahead of this one. I apologize for going slightly offline when sliding down this wall. Now, when trying to get across this layer, I realized early on that following assist mode rather strictly led me into a tough situation. I'll pay it. Oh, this could be a problem. I'm gonna have to keep paying cash. I don't have a ton of it. Oh, I'm going to run out of money. Oh, by a lot. I'm not even gonna be close. Oh my god. I don't have enough. Once I took out my frustration, I went back to collect some of the gold sitting around this layer, but ultimately I had to go back to the racing layer. This is where the lines are going to be blurred on what is and what is not intended anymore. And I'm okay with this. I mean, yeah, let's just talk about it. This isn't the ideal scenario, and I certainly didn't think this through when I started playing this intended route. But you know what? I was given a goal to get some cash, and I am using the tools the game has taught and provided me. So in a way, I think it is completely fine and almost even intended. Hell, the security guy even told me to take the eel and get out. So I got the money I needed to unlock the final area and reach the golden core. After a 1 minute and 50-second cutscene, I fought against the Void Kong. Again, assist mode provided no help, so once he was swiftly beaten, I had to watch a 5 minute and 18-second cutscene where I unleashed King K. Rool and followed him into the planet core. Once I got the Kong armor upgrade, I followed the highlighted path, largely avoiding the nearby enemies. Here, most of the intended route is done for us as the minecart covers a lot of ground, which was nice for me since 5 hours in, I was starting to lose my mind a bit. The longer I'm healthy, the more healthy I am longer. And I can finally get Break Blast. This is it. 5.5 hours in, as intended, as this game exactly wants you to do, we are heading directly towards the core. It was finally time to take on King K. Rool. Whiffed it. Whiffed it. That was a nice one to get in right before he jumped away. But we know it's not over yet. You know what? While we're here, why not? Let's get let's get the glide. Once King K. Rool took over New Donk City and presumably murdered, I don't know, like hundreds of thousands of people, I used all my bonanzas to finally meet with him one final time. That's right, Pauline. I think that counts. Under 6 hours. As intended. And that is Donkey Kong Bananza exactly as Nintendo intended. And here are some of the final stats. Nintendo's assist mode guides you to 69 of 777 banana locations in the game. This session acquired 9 of 696 fossil locations, most of which were by accident. And in Nintendo's route, we destroyed 1,322,885 cubic meters of stuff. But that's all. Thanks for making it this far, and I'll be back again soon.